All right, I'm Nick. Today we are going to compare the brand new Hellcat 380 to the Bodyguard 2.0, and we'll also have a little guest appearance by the Bodyguard 2.0 comp. All right, let's put these magazines in here. Before we do that, let's talk about the magazines. The Bodyguard 2.0, this holds 12. It has a flush fit in 10. This is a 12 rounder. This is the hardest magazine to load of all time, period. We still only have 11 in this thing we've had since it first came out. It's been loaded since it first came out. Number 12, extremely hard to put in there, okay? The Hellcat does come with an 11 and a 13 rounder. 13 rounder, super easy to load. Some of you may not care about that, but there are some people, say you have arthritis, you're older, whatever the problem is, that might make a difference for you, okay? We're just gonna put these in here to compare the size of the guns real quick. First thing you're gonna notice is the Hellcat is significantly larger in most ways, okay? Slide is longer, it is thicker by far, the grip is a lot bigger. So maybe you have small hands and the Bodyguard is a better solution for you, right? There's gonna be a ton of pros and cons. We'll kind of go over that as we shoot them. The reason the Bodyguard is gonna be snappier, jumpier, whatever you wanna use to describe it, punchier, pick a word, is because it is so tiny. Now, does that make it better for something? Of course. Like, if you wanted to put the 10 round magazine in here, it's not loaded, you could put it in your pocket. They make it one with the safety, they make one with the holster, and as you guys can see, it's gone in my pocket. Look at my pocket over here. It's gone, okay? You're not gonna be able to pocket carry this in my mind, okay? Also, it doesn't come with the safety. As of now, I haven't seen anything about there being a version with the safety. This is a lot bigger. It's gonna be a lot harder, especially with that red dot on there, to get out of your pocket. There's a lot of comments about that, right? So if you want to pocket carry it, that's one of your biggest things, the Bodyguard's the bigger or better answer. So like normal, we're just going to shoot it. Whatever happens, happens. The lighting's probably bad, so Jack, you might want to be over here. We're going to shoot the Bodyguard 2.0 first, and then we'll shoot the Hellcat. Today, we have a variety of ammo over there, some Winchester, we got some Spear, some Fiocchi, some Federal. We're just going to load it up, shoot it, whatever happens. This stuff is very flat on the front. I fear that we may have some feed issues with the Bodyguard, okay? Let's just get a horizontal as much as possible, and that way it's not a bad little gun though. I love this little thing. Okay. Under no circumstances 380 a massive round, right? But this is a small gun. If you are recoil sensitive, 380 might be for you, okay? A lot of comments about 380 is dumb, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's dumb for you. Like, I don't need to carry a 380. The reason I have been carrying this Bodyguard with the comp on it is because it disappears regardless of what I'm wearing. It's so light, even when loaded. I can wear basketball shorts. I can live an active lifestyle, and it's not in my way, okay? And maybe you're a fan of a Micro 9. Maybe you're getting older. Maybe your wife doesn't like a Micro 9 recoil. Well, the Hellcat 380 is essentially a Micro 9mm chambered in a smaller round, okay? We just shot the Bodyguard. We haven't shot the Hellcat since... well, you guys watched that video of it being released yesterday. We shot it probably 4 or 5 days before that, okay? So, let's see. Oh, that was terrible. That was a terrible trigger pull. That's the only downfall of the trigger. The Bodyguard trigger, way better. Okay, it is extremely soft shooting. It is softer shooting than the Bodyguard. Is it a better answer? Maybe, maybe not. Optics ready? Yes. Bodyguard 2.0? No. What else? The trigger is a lot better on the Bodyguard, okay? We're gonna load it up. We're gonna shoot it some more. And that's one to talk about. You really gotta train with the pistol you plan to carry and shoot. I pulled the Bodyguard out and I shot it, trigger, boom, wonderful. And then I picked up the Hellcat. You guys saw that first shot. I expected the trigger to break and it was like, just kidding. And I pulled the shot and I missed. If you're practicing with the gun, you don't do that. Shooting them back to back is just a weird experience, okay? I'm not a professional, I'm just a random dude. So anytime I go to shoot those guns, I always tell myself to slow down and pull the trigger a little bit better because I know it's heavier. But I just showed you exactly what happens if you're not practicing with your carry gun, okay? We're gonna fast forward through reloading. We're gonna toss some rounds in this Bodyguard 2.0 comp and the Hellcat, and we'll shoot both of them as well. As far as choice goes, this is really going to come down to personal preference, okay? The Hellcat MSRP, roughly $650. Depending on where you live, everything's different. Tax, title, transfer, whatever you got to do, okay? The Bodyguard, I think, is still about $400. I think the Bodyguard comp is $500, okay? That price point is going to play in there for you. The Bodyguard 2.0, you can get a safety version, which the safety is super tiny. As of now, the Hellcat 380, I don't believe a safety version exists. Everybody's going to have a different thought on all of those things. That's okay. You don't need to go to the comment section and be mean to someone about it. People have different needs. That's why all these gun manufacturers keep producing different guns, all right? If you have a Micro 9 and you think it's jumpy, or your Hellcat 9mm, the micro version, you feel like it's jumpy, it is. This thing right here is not, okay? Very tiny little bullet. Some folks are going to say, well, 380 is not adequate, it's not enough, you know. My question or my statement to that will always be, I don't want to be shot by 380. If someone pulls out a gun, you're not going to look at the barrel from 5 yards away and be like, that's just chambered in 380. That's not a thing. You're going to be like, oh, let me run, let me hide. End of story. Doesn't matter who you are, that's your thoughts. Not, oh yeah, go ahead, shoot me with that. It's not a thing. So I don't stress about things like that. I also look at all these little guns as it's a defensive tool. It is to get yourself out of a bad situation. It's not to take to war or anything like that, okay? It's a peace of mind when you go on your walk and a wild dog hops out of the woods with rabies and wants to bite your wife. It's not anything other than that, okay? I think as a marketing tool, people just make it out to be more than it is. Let's shoot the comp. Jack will come over here real quick and we'll do the same angle, and then we're gonna have Jack shoot it, okay? Side by side, that way you guys can see a difference as the gun's being in someone else's hands, okay? Okay, I'm telling you, I really like the Bodyguard. I think it's a fantastic gun. I also think, like I said, everyone's needs are different. Some people aren't going to like how skinny this is. I like it. It works for me. Some people are going to want a thicker concealed carry. There's nothing wrong with that, all right? And here it is. Some people want to carry a red dot. I don't carry a red dot. I don't carry a light. This lets you carry a red dot. It lets you carry a light. The Bodyguard, I guess you could do it. You could have it milled. You could have a special light put on it. But it's not designed for that, okay? Maybe we'll pull the trigger good this time. All guns have muzzle rise, so there might be a little bit of rise. And obviously we can't measure how punchy the gun is, right? And by punchy, I just mean the gun coming straight back, right? Some people have sensitive hands. It hurts their hands. I don't have that problem, but I'm a young man. Maybe you are older. This gun is softer shooting. It is twice the size. It weighs more. I don't know what it weighs. I didn't look it up. I can just tell you it weighs more. It's nice. They're both great options. It's all personal preference, okay? We're going to fast forward through reloading. I look forward to reading your guys' comments, right? So if there's any other thoughts or questions you have, we have all three of these guns, right? I've been carrying the comp version. Jack, his holster's right here. He's been carrying the non-comp version. Obviously, we got some hollow points over here. He's been carrying that. I've been carrying this. We've shot them out here on the regular. They both shoot great. We haven't had any kind of problems other than the magazines being super stiff to load. I still carry the 13 round magazine with 12 rounds. I've never put 13 in it, so by the time it's done, it's 11 plus 1, and I don't care, okay? That's plenty for me. Jack, how have you been carrying it? Same way? Mm-hmm. Yeah, same way. There's no getting 12 rounds in this magazine. I mean, you can, but there's so much spring tension, I worry about there being a malfunction. It's just not worth it, okay? With the Hellcat, you don't have that problem, okay? So we're gonna change up the ammo. We just shot that Winchester target 95 grain. We're just gonna grab this next box, which is Federal. We're gonna put it in there, and we're gonna let Jack shoot him. See how he does. No, we're not gonna let Jack do it. We're gonna have Jack do it, okay? Look, I'm just a random dude. Sometimes my grammar is bad. I work with Jack every day. Jack gets to shoot whatever he wants. There was a comment saying that I shouldn't say let Jack do something. Jack does whatever he wants, okay?
I'm going hunting.
What is that?
I'm going hunting.
He's going hunting today. He's leaving work early and going hunting, all right? It's a rough life. Let's fast forward through these last few rounds. Okay, we're reloaded. Jack is gonna get the guns. What are you gonna start with? Start with the Bodyguard. Why not? I mean, you shoot that thing often. All right, here we go. We're getting a good video of Jack's hands. Hey, you're supposed to hit the target.
Still like it.
Yeah, still like it because it's still a good gun, all right? Jack was shooting one of those trees a minute ago. All right, now you got the Hellcat. Remember, the trigger is significantly different.
Find out.
All right, still no malfunctions. They can probably hear you through the mic.
Yeah.
What do you think?
A lot flatter shooting, but the trigger is it's a lot different.
Trigger is a lot different, yeah. If you guys didn't hear it through the mic, he said it was softer shooting. It really is, okay? Look, they're both fantastic, or all three of them are fantastic pistols, right? We literally live in like the golden era of handguns. Like, you really can't go wrong. We had a bunch of people ask about a Ruger Security 380 in the last video, the video that came out yesterday. We don't have one on hand. I never shot one. I did reach out to 2 of the local gun shops. They don't actually have them either. If I could get my hand on one pretty cheap, I'd get it on there just so we could do a little comparison video, see how it does. I think Ruger makes a lot of good guns, like 1022, stuff like that. I'm not the biggest fan of some of the pistols I've shot in the past, okay? So I don't have a Ruger Security 380. The price point is better on that. I just don't have one to test it or compare it to, okay? So that's it. I think I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. I blame it on my children, but that time of year, they bring home all the sicknesses, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I look forward to reading your guys' comments. Love to know your guys' thoughts. We'll make a few more videos about it coming up here. We're gonna shoot the Hellcat a bit more, okay? That's it. Thanks for watching.